There when you need.
Welcome back, everybody. BlueBird Rivals is here in 2021. Our first series. What more could you ask for? That reverse sweep, and we're taking it up a notch. If not on the field, well, then back here in the booth as Caveman Ben, joining Flicky, Jimmy, and myself. Ben, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just learnt that these teams exist, so I'm excited to see them play. But considering the last one was a reverse sweep, hopefully this one lives up to the hype of the last one.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see that as well. I hope you're not too cramped. We've kind of thrown you into the box with Flicky and Jimmy, as you can see right
We've
there.
got quite the full casting car going on right now,
Yes.
but I think we'll be able to steer the ship a-okay.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I still don't have my driver's license, so I'm not sure why you're trusting me behind this wheel.
You're turning 30. All right, let's sort this out.
Yeah, come on, mate.
I can't believe you're going to call out my age like that. I can't believe you went there.
Look, I'm sorry. Like, you can say that when you're, 20, like I am. I can say I don't have my driver's license, and it's a little bit of a goof. Max, you've lived for 10 whole years longer than me. We need to be sorting this out.
Have you ever seen the Bob's Burgers clip of where he's trying to teach his daughter how to drive? And all she just is, okay, we'll look that up, and then you'll understand why I don't drive.
Okay.
Either way, though, before we get into this, obviously, this is going to be a big matchup. Fractal Esports 1-0, Brain Chasers 1-0, and I think the one who we really want to break this matchup down is none other than Jimmy. So I'm going to throw to you right now. Tell us, who do you think is going to win this one?
Definitely should be close because, like as I said before, Fractal be good and useful. A very very strong lineup, a few veteran players, and I personally would say that I'm surprised at that result. So again, these are all very strong players individually in rank 6-mans in the competitive scene. So again, they're just breaking my expectations apart, and I think it's up to Brain Chasers to really just shut them down. If they let them out of the gate, if they can't seal their cracks in their defense, I think it definitely will be an exciting match. And again, it might be a nice little game 5 banger, but yeah, time will tell.
Time will tell as we see our lineups real quick on the screen. Chubb, Joshua, and Benny's on the Fractal side. Brain Chasers, of course. Scrub, Banana Head, and Super Lucky. Scrub versus Chubb. That won't get annoying anytime soon, I am sure, as we get ready to go into this. Look, I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to peek behind the curtains just for everyone out there. This is going to be a 4-man cast, and if Ben's going to call me out on my age, I'm going to call Jimmy out a little bit as well right here. He's only going to speak when spoken to, so when we are surrounding the circle and chanting Jimmy's name to summon him to speak, that is what is going to be going on.
I'm glad we've got that figured out. I was a little bit worried about how we were going to coordinate it, but if we're going to go with that format,
we just have to summon him.
I'm happy.
We're just summoning Jimmy. And that's how come I summoned him, to give that bold prediction. Flicky, though, back to you as well. Who do you think is going to take this?
Look, I'm looking at both rosters here. It's hard to not back the Brain Chasers because of the form of Banana Head that we saw, hitting double touches every single game or 2. But I might add, I'm pretty sure every single player on the field, or that will be on the field right now, has been or is Supersonic Legend in ones. So it's a nice little matchup of 1v1 players. I don't want to call them ones mains because obviously they can play 3v3 quite well. So, but it's interesting to see that the 1v1 players are coming out on top against those who might not play it might not play it as much. So it seems like ones is becoming the superior game mode to improve in the game. And if you're top tier ones player, it looks like you're going to dominate the field as a team.
I mean, is it that? I kind of feel like that's always been the case, though. Like, where ones should be your go-to in training and looking to improve. And I'm going to go to Ben, who I'm going to consider the expert on this one. Shouldn't that be a thing that all these players are looking to sort of practice at any given moment?
I'm glad you picked up on that, Max, because that is 100% true. It's not a recent thing. talking to ex-Chiefs Jake back in 2017, 2018, he said himself that a lot of the players when they were coming up all happened to be really strong ones players, and I don't think that's changed in OC history or even when you look in NA and EU or Sam. I'm guessing it's the same in Sam. I don't know much about that, but yeah, ones has always been a good path to grow and improve as a player. I will say though, I think Brain Chasers, which is Banana Head's team, if I'm not mistaken, that team, or is that the other one? Can I get some confirmation on this?
I was getting confirmation from the players at the moment, but I believe you are correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the Banana Head, Scrub, and Super Lucky, I think they've more put recent efforts into threes. Whereas for me, looking at Chubb, Benny's, and Joshua, they're more recent ones players trying to get their foothold in threes. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some ones bad habits showcasing in threes right here.
Yeah, well, we'll be on the lookout for those for sure, as we have kicked it off that blue side. That is the side of Fractal. Orange is the Brain Chasers. Each of them off of a Game 5 victory to move them to that 1-0 start, looking for a fast start again in this one. And already we can see it does appear to be a bit faster of a pace than our last series, or at least, you know, a tighter pace. A lot of players a lot closer to each other.
Yeah, usually in game ones you can see teams warming up into it, but I think this is the benefit of playing a series on stream previously. Like, the Brain Chasers, they're already warmed up, they're ready to go. Bit of an awkward commit, and that hasn't gone in. You know what? We move on. Double time? No, that's fine. Let's save that one, actually. That's cool.
Yeah. Looks like the defensive pressure just isn't getting to anyone. They're fine, they're chilling. Super Lucky, trying to take it up the corner.
Was that that's actually a good demo right there from Super Lucky at the challenge, but one in the corner. We could have seen the gold scrub. Nice second touch on the setup right there. Had, I believe, Banana Head waiting right behind, possibly to find that shot. And Brain Chasers really taking it to Fractal to start off this series. Super tight, super aggressive positioning. And now a real chance here. Banana goes for a very delayed musty. Doesn't even need to connect with it. It's the follow through underneath that gets the first goal.
Mind games on my games, fakes the reset, fakes any touch, just plays the 50, so smart, and absolutely henches out the two defenders on the goal line.
Talented. So talented. You can see why he's just trying to prove again why he should be the standout player in this series. Benny's with a really nice first touch, looking to get a block on.
Oh, get dunked, kid. Oh my god. That is, I mean, it's a great play from Benny's to play the dunk there.
Yeah.
Scrub did all he could to try and get out of that. Really, really smart dunk fake plays coming out from both teams already.
Yeah, I feel like Benny's just mind game Scrub, because it looked initially like Scrub was going to try and drive it down, but instead played for the corner, which Benny's was somehow able to read and adapt to right there. That was quite incredible, unlike, you know, a little bit of a fake miss right there. Not sure which one that was. We could go either way with it. Ball still in the middle of the field right now. Super Lucky with a chance, going for the backboard read with Josh. Does get that tight challenge, and we can definitely see when onto attack right now, Brain Chasers really want to get into Fractal's face and like in their space as much as possible.
Yeah, they really enjoy locking down the offensive pressure and making sure that they're taking the opponent's boost. You know, it's nothing that we haven't seen a million times before by different teams, but it's super effective. It always has been super effective. I am worried, though, about the potential over-aggression coming out from the team, though. It definitely seems like they like to push their third man up a bit further than the halfway line. I feel like that would work for a while, but you know, some booming clears would definitely throw this team for a hurdle, I think.
We've seen a couple of them already, and I guess the reason why it's so surprising right now is because it's a completely different approach than what they had in our first series, where they are going a lot more for sort of like the solo dribble plays, and more so than like the sustained tight attack, which we've been seeing. So while the adaptability is there, haven't seen as much success on it just yet. They have been controlling a lot of the pace. Like, time of possession would be in their favor. There's the pass, and there's the second touch. Lucky just unable to drain it. Follow through too slow, and Benny's gets the clear.
So unfortunate to not score there.
Yeah, that was a really close attempt on the double, but you know, the squishy Blumpkin save coming from Benny's clears the ball, and you know, I'm seeing a lot more. I don't know if you guys are noticing this as well, but I'm feeling like Blue Team definitely wants to keep it more low to the floor. It seems like Orange is definitely more likely to pop the ball up, let Banana Head or Super Lucky get some time in the air. Whereas a lot more dribble control plays. That just pinches off the corner.
Wait, he didn't double touch that, did he?
No, I think he just got one touch off the corner, but...
Okay.
I want to see this again.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just one, but that angle has to be 88 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah, he's whipped out the protractor for that one. No doubt about that.
They're getting top marks in maths right now, and with a 2-1 lead, things are looking good. But Ben, to go back to your pass point, I definitely agree with you. It does seem like this blue side is definitely trying to play more around the ground game, and I feel like that's sort of a symptom when you're going up against a team with the mechanical prowess that the Brain Chasers have. They're going to be more comfortable in the skies. They're going to be more comfortable going for those big aerial 50-50s just because they have more practice with that car control, as we see Banana Head right there. I almost feel as if, like, it's sort of that strategy, like, let's try and keep our opponents out of their strong suit by keeping it low and really test their one's ground game.
Look, you make an interesting point there. I wouldn't know if it's more of a counter strategy or if it is just Fractal playing to their strengths. As we said before, most of this team, or everyone on the pitch has been SSL and ones at some stage. And some of the ones habits I was talking about was keeping the ball close and dribbling maybe a bit more than you would, or than you should in threes. So I feel like Fractal is just kind of playing their game more than ball chasers right now.
Yeah.
Shot into the top right!
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Benny's again. Ben, he's got a
three.
Well, I mean, that came off of the triple commit as well. All three defenders made a play on Joshua's shot, and they were all drawn to that left side of the goal. And then, granted, it did look like, I believe, Scrub had a chance to possibly bring it back, but the positioning from that touch from Benny's, that upper right-hand corner, a thing of perfection. And with 10 seconds left, that's going to secure game one.
Yeah, I don't think any of us were expecting the start to game one. Like, it's usually, as I said, in game ones, it's usually a little bit slower, teams warming up a little bit. But we saw some pretty good plays coming out in this game one, and Fractal Esports take it 3-1, and I wouldn't say a convincing 3-1. I feel like Brain Chasers had a lot of opportunities to put some goals away that they didn't, but Fractal Esports just came out a lot more clinical.
Yeah, it felt like such a fast game compared to what we were seeing in the previous series on stream. With Brain Chasers, like, they just seemed so much more, it just seemed a lot quicker, and Fractal seems to be turning up the heat a bit with their shots. Benny's with all 3 goals here, getting the hat trick. Jimmy, what do you reckon on the pace of this game? It seemed a lot quicker to me. I don't know about you.
Definitely quicker. However, I think all coming from what are they all rank X? Joshua's rank A, but I think they're all used to it by now. Their results can definitely keep up with most of the top names. I don't think speed's their issue. I think just a few touches, mistakes, just like little things that can be adjusted mid-series. So a very strong team, a very strong start for Fractal. So see if Brain Chasers starting on the back foot again, can they switch it up? They need to.
So I want to go back to this idea that like everyone here is like one of the best ones players in OCE. And I just want to straight up ask, and this question can go for all 3 of you, because I reckon you've all run into them. Who are you most scared of to come up against in a ones game?
Chubb.
Out of Chubb?
Oh,
Chubb nuts.
I'm saying Joshua or Super Lucky.
Oh my god, Mans just almost shot that top right.
Dude, he's on the
Dude, he's on some Adderall or something. Do we do drug tests before this? Like, what's going on here? Yeah. To answer your question, though, Formal, I honestly don't know, because, like, I'm not. I haven't played many of these guys in ones. And if I have, I don't really remember it, because I'm pretty sure on my ones games. But, from what I've seen and what I've heard, I think Chubb is probably one of the more annoying types of ones players. Like, definitely controls the ball, likes to dribble. A bit more of a smart player, and those are the ones that can really irritate you. So probably have to say him.
Well, I think you might have nearly fallen victim to your first caster curse right there. Instead, Banana Head will eventually force it in, so maybe it does count. That entire play was actually set up by a bit of a whiff from Chubb, and then just constant peppering of the goal eventually puts one through.
I don't know what to say about that one, to be honest. I saw 5 cars on that challenge, I think.
Yeah.
That was... It's not the cleanest defense I've seen, but...
You're right, they should have had 6.
They really should have had 6.
Hey,
you know what, let me hop in there. I'll sort this out.
Yeah, alright, that's good.
A good friend of ours likes to call it 5 guys burgers and fries. It's very common saying.
Okay, call this person out. I want to know who's trying to coin this because I absolutely love it.
Goes by names. Box up while you can. Dago mode. Sage we call him.
Sage? Alright,
Yeah.
You know what? It's truly a scholar as what is Banana Head doing to this attack right there? 2 defenders miss. Fortunately, Chubb is able to make that contact. Ball will get lobbed up, eventually caught again by Banana Head. We need more prophets, though, like Sir Sage in our scene, I feel like. I love a good fast food reference.
Yeah, actually Jimmy's AEL teammate.
Oh.
Someone say AEL.
Is this someone who I've met that... Wait, is this someone who I would have met then at, like, the QUT?
Yeah.
Is he the one who tried to beat me up after?
No, that's
No, he's probably the one that tried to make out with you.
Low key though, you know. I haven't been working out at all. I'm not in fighting shape whatsoever, but if a rematch ever comes down, I'm going to be ready. Super Lucky still trying to take shots at the goal. As we
Match
see
with your lips?
No, there's
Alright, I don't know where that came from.
after the QUT event, you know, one of the players took offense to me calling out a couple of the unfortunate touches that he had, and words were said. Obviously, all tongue in cheek. It wasn't anything serious. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go again. I'm ready to throw hands. 1-0 lead, still currently in favor of the Brain Chasers, looking to tie this series up. Although on the back foot right now, a chance for Josh. We'll get it to the backboard. Super Lucky instead turns it around, and we are starting to see more passes, I feel like, come from this orange side.
Yeah,
They're definitely trying to keep it close, I think. I'm zoomed out right now. I'm trying to look at the rotations and spacing of both teams. And I'm noticing that everything is super, super close. Like, teams aren't really spreading out except going for boosts. You know, a lot of short, close, fast passes to try and maintain possession. But I feel like this favors the blue side more than it does the orange side.
You would think that, yet it still is. You know, the Brain Chasers out in front right now, and they have been on the attack, similar to Game 1, and a majority of the time, it's just sort of waiting for those counterattacks, and eventually you feel like Fractal could be able to bust another one, especially with Chubb, who has been making a lot more unforced errors, this time losing control of the ball while dribbling it forwards. Those are those little mistakes that Fractal wasn't really making in Game 1. That's a nice save, though, from Chubb to stop the pass and shot out of Banana Head.
We are seeing the counterattacks, but this whole field is just full of non-hesitation challenges here. Like, every player on the field just seeming to go into every challenge fearless, confident, hitting the ball, except for Chubb there. Unlucky to get that one.
Yeah. And that's a double commit that actually... Why are they still together? What?
They were holding hands the whole way on that play.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. Normally when that happens, one player will back off, but I don't know, they each really wanted to make that play, I guess. Very lucky that Brain Chasers don't get punished right there.
I'm still seeing the same issue that I saw in Game 1 coming out from Brain Chasers, which is a lack of clinicality on the shots. There's been a lot of post hits, a lot of over-aggression that has released in, you know, very forced, fast gameplay for sure, but they're not putting anything between the posts. Like, they got the one opportunity off of a challenge. With 4 seconds left, they might be able to eke out Game 2, but a lot of work to be done in Game 3 if they want to take this series.
Yeah, absolutely. Although you also have to throw, you know, some of that pressure and some of the blame, I suppose, back to the Fractal side. They were never to establish really anything on that opposite end of the pitch. 2 shots to 9 at the end of that game. And while, yes, the Brain Chasers have been playing super tight, they have been quite aggressive. You have to find opportunities to punish that over-aggression.
You do, and I think that's kind of a lack of defensive rotation. Like, there's a lot of individual efforts being made on defense, I think, for both teams right now. And there needs to be a little bit more communication between these passes. Like, the main thing when you're transitioning out of defense is communication. You know, finding the passing lanes, getting the ball down the field as fast as possible, And if Fractal are able to step that up, then I really think we can see this over-aggression being punished. But it's all on Fractal to do in Game 3.
Definitely the transitions are what's going to make the difference between these two teams. Chubb now looking for a little flip reset pass.
Oh, that was a good touch. Yeah, that was a good defensive touch. I'm going to throw it to I'm going to light up the candles and set the summoning ritual going to bring out Jimmy. Jimmy, I need a prediction right now. Game 3, where's this one going?
Definitely going to be a Fractal with everything. They just have what it takes. But
interesting.
I cannot say for sure the overall verdict of the game, but that's just Game 3. So.
Josh has a chance. Wasn't able to finish right there.
This whole minute has just been Fractal pressure. So.
Yeah, and now they're getting some bumps and demos as well. A good initial look, but they push too far forward, and the pass across the middle, redirected by Super Lucky, makes it a 1-0 game.
Yeah, now that is what we need from Fractal. Yeah. You know, Brain Chasers did what Fractal should have done last game. You know, good clear down the field, redirects, it's a goal.
It's as simple as that. The transitions I was talking about.
I find it interesting, though, that it happens immediately that the Brain Chasers are able to get that transition back, and we didn't really get a chance for them to really go for that style play in the second game because they were pressed forward the entire time.
They held like 80% of the game in the opponent's half. Always keeping in tight rotations, but even in the start of this one, it seems like Fractal's getting a few more looks on net. Pass almost makes it, but a bit of miscommunication, and it's not adding up.
Demo as well, and they have the shot again, Joshua there. Every single time it looks like Fractal has something going for them. There's just one element that's out of place, and it's a testament to how hard it is to score against some of the better teams. Like, this isn't your ranked game, you know, where you can rely on those unforced errors. Sometimes you need every piece to come together, and even then, that's not even guaranteed for a goal. And right now, Fractal, they just keep finding one piece short. It's like as if the cat took the corner piece of the jigsaw puzzle and threw it under the bed or something. Totally can't relate to that, but it's been a rough one so far for Fractal.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I'm noticing between these two teams is a lot of... I mentioned this before, both teams are playing extremely close, and that works good when you're keeping your comms clear and you're able to get these short passes, but I think we've all noticed that a few of these passes, the second man has been crept forward and they're not able to get the power or the precision that they would want. I feel like these teams need to spread out a little bit, particularly looking at Fractal, I think, if they want to take the series, because Brain Chasers, they're starting to spread out a little bit more. They're starting to find each other. You know, like Banana Head's all the way down the other end right now, and might look a little bit troll, but you know, he's opening up that space for people to do what they want.
And now we're going to see that space actually come into play right there, and just able to buy that time for the rest of the team now to press forward, and all the way back to collect the far boost when the mid boost was available. I'm not sure about that one, probably leaving it for Scrub, I suppose, as Banana Head is going to start moving forward. Didn't get the reset, but still got the touch as Josh saves the play from being set up, or does he? Scrub still there. 2 minutes remaining in this game, and this is starting to look a lot more like more traditional competitive Rocket League.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely seeing Banana Head seems to be pulling out a big talent of his, I think, is carrying his momentum forward after his first couple touches. So he, gets a second challenge in, or even, a third challenge. He just seems to always get there for his multiple touch. Leaving that one, though, for Scrub.
Close opportunity, but, it's one of those plays where you see the defender jumping, you want to play for the block to maybe just keep the pressure. It's, it might just look like a clear whiff, but, it doesn't cost Brain Chasers anything to stay on offense.
Yeah.
As I say that, ball is now in the orange territory.
Well,
never mind.
Briefly.
Never mind. Just never mind, honestly.
Yeah, it's going back and forth, and a lot of these most recent transitions from attack to defense or defense to attack has actually been coming, I've noticed, from sort of unforced errors again. Benny's had a chance to get the attack going, missed it, and again, you can argue happened for a second time right then. Super Lucky, though, he won't miss his chance. Tried to get it across the middle, instead it'll go the other way. Big bump in the corner. Josh tries to corral the ball, but he causes his teammate to miss, and that's not what you want to see when down with under a minute to go.
Oh, that's painful to see. It wasn't like an open net or anything, but that's something with 30 seconds left. You want to have those opportunities, no matter how slim they are. They're not coming easily for Fractal. The the boost management game from Ball Chasers is really, really limiting the options that Fractal has.
Yeah, they're maybe looking a bit too desperate for the goal here, Fractal. Seeming like they're trying to panic into the offense here, just banging upfield, trying to find something.
This could be the chance. I mean, with 8 seconds to go, they got the bang upfield, but it's immediately shut down. Joshua needs a good touch, and he needed to find Chubb. Instead, found Super Lucky, capes it alive, but there's no teammates there. Ball will hit the ground, and the Brain Chasers are now 1 game away from their 2nd series victory in a row.
It's pure domination right now from Brain Chasers. They're not doing anything flashy. They're playing great boost management Rocket League. Like they're limiting the amount of options that Fractal Esports has. I was checking the boost accounts of both teams several times, and it wasn't uncommon to see Brain Chasers with 2 players full on boost, 1 player sitting around 60 or 70, and Fractal Esports, each player struggling with at most 3 pads. You know, maybe this is a symptom of Fractal trying to play too fast. They're using a little bit more boost than they should. Maybe they're trying to play up to their opponents a bit much, but I think Fractal just needs to hold on to their own corners a little bit more and give themselves more opportunities.
So here's the thing, though, and I do agree with you. That wasn't a flashy game. That wasn't like, you know, we're not taking the highlight clips from that one, but we still know Brain Chasers have that in them. I mean, Banana Head hit, what was it, like 3 or 4 double touches in a row in our last series? But they haven't had to rely on that yet, and I think that's what makes this lineup a little bit scary. If they can continue to sort of adapt and play these more traditional games and really just do what they have to win, it's why this lineup is so fascinating, because I can see this lineup having a future if they stick together and they work with it. They have the ability to be a really multi-faced type of team.
The biggest thing for any team is to have options. You always want to keep your opponents guessing. If you're too one-dimensional, you become too easy to read. And I think Brain Chasers is doing a really good job at keeping the opponents guessing. Game 1 is the perfect example. We saw 2 mind game goals immediately off the bat from both teams. You know, the potential to have your opponent just think for a little second longer about what you're going to do is going to go such a long way.
Yeah, I've immediately seen the Brain Chasers. As soon as, you know, that third man of Fractal takes the ball out of defense, I've just seen a Brain Chaser go straight up the wall ready to catch their flick. So, you know, it seems like Fractal's being read a little bit too often here. Chubb now with a car switch, it looks like, in the Dominus.
I have some bad news. I broke the sentence mirror, unfortunately. I was trying to summon Jimmy again for updates on what was happening in the other series, and I dropped the mirror. It's cracked, it's broken, but I got the results first, okay? So it was a 3-2 victory for Good and Useful over Chung. So Good and Useful did get their victory, 3-2. Unfortunately, going to have to send that mirror to get repaired, so we might not have Jimmy back for a little bit. Either way, still time in this series. It's interesting to see that Good and Useful did get that win. That's a promising sign moving forwards, and with Good and Useful playing against, actually, good old Brain Chasers next. Brain Chasers definitely want to be in a position where they could look to 3-0 on the day, and they've got to be feeling confident if they beat the team that beat Good and Useful.
Going 3-0 in any group it's a good feeling, right? Just getting that confidence, just knowing that you didn't lose on the day. You know, it really goes a long way in team's confidence, and I don't think Brain Chasers have been together for a long time. So that kind of confidence early in a new team really go a long way.
So to sort of flip things over to RLCS then, 3-0, you feel good. If you were to go 7-0, do you feel anything besides emotionally drained?
No, it's just pain. You know, there's been some serious discussions. Well, okay, I shouldn't say serious discussions. There's been some discussions that's just been like, look, whoever wins the first series, like we'll just call it a day. Like we'll just make it a best of 1.
Yeah.
You know, I've said that against Havoc a few times. Well, now Riot. You know, just as a bit of a joke because it's such a draining day, but
especially when you play against, you know, the other top seed at the end of it all. Joshua brings us back to reality, I should say, getting a goal, and this is a pretty good goal from Fractal, actually.
They caught Brain Chasers on the transition. Scrub got a bad touch in the corner. They punished them for it immediately, and they're up 1-0.
It seems like Banana Head and gang, the Brain Chasers, looks like they were, you know, shambling in their pants in defense a bit. As I say that, they've turned it around.
Dude. Come on. You're killing me.
See, I like good defensive games, okay, Flicky? And that's why I've been having these good conversations with Ben. And the second we let you have priority again, you say 5 words and then a goal happens. Like, I don't know what to say.
We just let's not act like Fractal has had a particularly stellar defense this game. You know, early on they were having a lot of panics, rush, like pre-jumps even, just because the ball like slightly slipped away from them. Like they're nervous right now. You can see it in their gameplay. I feel like they've got to hold their nerve if they want a chance to take the series, let alone the tournament. You can't be getting nervous in these kind of situations and making mistakes that you normally
Joshua underneath. I thought we were going to see the 4th. That would have been number 4. Super Lucky, though, is going to go for an attempt. The flick's a little too premature in an attempt to beat out the defender. Banana Head doesn't like that read, and we do find that clear. 1:05 remaining, and despite, you know, having a lot of close series, I don't believe we've had an overtime yet today.
Not in this series, no. Seems like the Fractal Boys defense just seems to be keeping them in this game right now, keeping them in the series, I should say. Benny's backward save there. Counter attack looking for a team pinch. Super Lucky now trying to take control.
I'm getting anxiety watching this defense, if I'm going to be honest. Like, there's not any cohesion that I'm seeing. Like, they're doing a decent enough job. Like, they're getting the balls to the corners when they can. They're trying to air dribble it out, as we see from Benny's right now. You know, he gets the dunk. Like, they're doing a good enough job to stay alive, but
it's a lot of hit into space kind of gameplay.
It feels
good
that
ceiling
way.
pass. Oh.
That would have been an amazing game ender. Instead, the attack is looking to continue. 10 seconds in regulation, and we still have a Fractal play. Joshua can't make contact, but Banana Head hesitates on the clear back. Scrub still trying to find the pass from underneath. Benny's doesn't let it drop. Plays the wall. Super Lucky gets underneath and plays that wall as well. No boost, though. Means no real challenge. Banana Head reads a little awkwardly, and that allows the ball to hit the middle of the pitch. We got overtime.
I feel like that was the opportunity for Fractal there. They had their moments. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, dunk him in, buddy. Get in there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Throw it on the table with that one. Oh, dude.
Awkward corner bounce. Makes it nice for Joshua to finish there.
That's a game 5. Yeah, we're going back to a game 5. Everything. It's only been game 5s. We haven't had anything not go to a game 5. Even off stream, everything is game 5. That is just what is happening today or right now. And Fractal Esports, a chance to beat the Brain Chasers right now if they take this next game. And that will put them 2-0 with 2 victories over the other teams that would be 1-1. So they get, I believe it was Chung next. And you'd have to expect Fractal would be coming in as favorites into that one. They can possibly finish this day with that 3-0 record if they win this next game.
This is huge for both of these teams, I think. You know, you would expect that the winner of this game goes 3-0, based on the previous results. But, you know, game 5 nerves. The game 5 is different from any other game that we've played before, you know. Everything else doesn't matter. It just comes down to one game.
I've noticed Fractal have been prioritizing the backboard defense quite a lot, and it's definitely saving them when Banana Head or Scrub or Super Lucky go for these double touches, because their first touches are so good, the Brain Chasers boys. So backboard defense is crucial to staying in the series.
Oh my god, Super Lucky, you're killing me, bro. That looked so awkward. Oh my god, I don't know why.
Well, they might actually come back to punish because the attack is continuing for Fractal. What a squishy! No. And it goes the distance. 1-0 lead for the orange team.
I don't know what to say. Oh my god, boys, wake up!
Sorry, rank X goal.
That wasn't even a clean squishy.
No, there was nothing clean about that play. But the thing is that is still a goal. You know, that is still one goal on the board. It doesn't matter how you get it. It can be the ugliest thing in the world. But now Brain Chasers are a goal up 20 seconds into game 5, and that can really plague a team's mentality.
I still feel like the assist is deserving to pretty much the entire Fractal side as Banana Head, too much power behind that. Doesn't even matter with the defensive touches. That still was 3 digits. 121. Flicky.
Boomtown.
That's what I thought.
I was just looking at Benny's perspective on that, and I think he might have been able to get that save. He only had 4 boosts, but it would have been close. Either way,
Maybe,
I think that was a bit of panic coming out from Fractal Esports. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold their nerve. You know, it's looking very good for Brain Chasers right now.
So, and this is actually really important as well. Like, just coming first place in this group, I feel like is very important seeding-wise. When you take a look at the talent in the other pool,
Get in, bro!
That's
Get
a
in!
Boomtown.
Shut up, Max! Look at this one! Absolute scorcher! Oh, he was up before he even hit the corner! Get in, dude!
Stylish too. That was stylish.
Oh, dude!
All right, I'm going to say, you know what? Nerves might not be a thing for Chubb. I think if anyone is going to be carrying this team,
that is a huge goal.
That's what brings you back. That is what you need. You can feel how, I mean, you know the comms are loud. Like, if they're loud here, how loud must the comms be for them after a shot like that?
Especially in Game 5s, getting a goal like that really just, you know, it ignites the moods. You know, when you're down by 2, that brings you in a little bit closer.
I'm pretty sure I heard the echoes of the Let's Goes in game chat.
Well, they need to go. They do need to get another one because they're still 1 goal down, and actually on that back foot, Scrub with a real chance. Josh with the challenge, and they don't even clear. We'll go the distance. We have a tie game. 3:20 to play.
Wow.
No
Banana
hesitation.
Head pretty crept forward. Like, this is the thing that I was worried about in Game 1, is that super aggressive third man coming up from Brain Chasers, facing forward, putting a lot of reliance on getting good challenges, and you know, we see the game tied up. You know, not from the prettiest goal, but you know, we're back to an even start.
I mean, look, there's one apiece, right? Each team got one. Well, actually, possibly add another.
No, boys! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh.
The double commit into the corner does not pay dividends as no one can corral the shot. Somehow, the Brain Chaser's still on the attack. Benny's gonna put that one way far in front of him. Scrub tries to throw it back down underneath. No one there to follow it up, and Joshua could put that one anywhere. So, of course, he goes to that back corner. Chubb will be trying to 1v3 initially. Benny's patient read actually might come back to hurt him as Scrub is able to drive it all the way forward. Benny's does get the challenge eventually, and now we're starting to go back and forth a fair bit more.
If Brain Chasers see just a 5% chance for a goal, they are all fighting for that 5% chance.
It comes across that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They all want to be the hero, I feel. Everyone wants that big shot. Especially, you know, with Banana Head, with so many, like, stylish plays, Super Locky and Scrub. I don't know, maybe they feel like they gotta earn their own highlight keep. But that could pay dividends realistically for Fractal, as another deep clear from Josh is going to force Banana Head to corner it. Couldn't quite connect with the teammate. Benny's there. It does feel like Fractal, though, is only sending one man forward on each of these attacks. Chop with the clearance! Got the angle, but not the speed.
I feel like Fractal is finding each other a lot more in this game than they have in any other game, which is great to see. You know, they're controlling the play a lot more, slowing it down. You know, they're not playing Brain Chasers game. This is what you want in Game 5. You want to be able to show up and play your game in these moments. As long as they don't choke right here. Oh,
got in his way.
Oh, no!
Aerial traffic cone action.
That was spooky. I think both teams would probably find that one a little spooky, as we do see Chubb unable to get the read up Banana Head. Ball still in the corner. Big demo, open goal, not quite. Chubb has to play that backward, does shut down Scrub, but here's Banana Head spiking it in, a 3-2 lead for the Brain Chasers.
Such a good eye from Banana Head to see the chance. That 5% chance I was talking about. Maybe a bit more than 5% chance, but he did well to not hesitate, get up early for that one. Buried on the top left side of the goal there. Great finish.
1 minute left, 1 goal up for Brain Chasers. You know, this is where we're going to need to see Fractal step up. It's not like any of these teams have been, you know, stalwarts of nerves this game. You know, there's been opportunities that have gone astray for both teams, but I feel like if there's any time to become the hero for Fractal Esports, it's now.
Yeah, you need to make that play. You can't let Scrub have this much space. Joshua off the post, gets the clear, and again, Banana Head did cheat a little too far forward. That might open a door, but Chubb can't make a read in the corner. Banana Head making everyone miss. The demo keeps it moving forward, and Scrub puts this game away. 4-2 lead for the Brain Chasers.
2 poor commits in the corner, just leaves Benny's all alone by himself and tries to rush it, but it just goes through, and that's going to seal it, I think, for Brain Chasers. They're going to be going 2-0 in the group.
I have to agree with you, and a point I was trying to make before, as Benny's needs to win this challenge, doesn't. Coming first place in this group, I feel, is so important. As, okay, awkward play right there for Trump, but yeah, you need to come in first place in this group, because if I were to pick the stronger pool between Pool A and Pool B, I'm going to be leaning more towards Pool B. Pool B is sitting with Max's Rancid Rats, Hazard Esports, which is Daisu, Sorexel, and Scout, and Mako. Like, these are 4 very strong lineups, and you want the best seed possible when going up against that.
Yeah, that's a stacked group if I've ever heard it. Oh my lord.
A really good effort there from Fractal. But unfortunate, Brain Chasers just proving too fast, too nimble on the offense.
I think if you're Fractal Esports, you know, you're not too disappointed about this series, right? Like, sure, you lost in Game 5, could have avoided a few mistakes, but I think for the way that they played, they showed good promise. I don't think they should beat themselves up too badly about this one. Brain Chasers just had their moments, and they executed on them when it mattered more.
I have to agree, and especially for Fractal as well, knowing that you're going up against Chung next, a team that still has yet to find a victory today, you should be feeling confident moving into that matchup. So I do expect to see more from Fractal in the future, but Brain Chasers, they're going to be up against good and useful. That's Zuko, Mr. Shushu, and Samuel when we return. That's essentially going to be the fight for first place in this group. So a fair bit on the line right there. Stick with us. We'll have more of the BlueBird rivals in just a few moments.
Great opportunity for Skyfire. He fakes it! And he gets the goal with 12 seconds left.
Levi's on target with 5 seconds. Couldn't see it happening.
But actually, no! Fiverr! He sneaks it in and gets the 0-second goal. This is Rocket League!
Enjoying the stream? With Contacts.gg, contributing to gaming events has never been so easy. Ever wanted to give your favorite team something more to play for? Type !donate into the chat to get this event's donation link. Hit that big donate button, select your preferred amount to donate, and check out with your preferred payment method. See the prize pool increase while directly supporting the players. Get started with Contacts today.